Yo, yo, what's good? How my levels? Shout out to everybody. Stroke, Tanae, Cam T, thank you for showing up. Bit of a controversial topic today, huh? Oh, you can hear the lighter? Sound effects, bro, sound effects. I got these fucking headphones on, so I'll be acting like the mic is through the phone. I think it's on these fucking headphones. Yo, I want to smoke, man. Thank you for showing up, brother. You going live today on One It? I want to see that motherfucking, that Crip Mac mod you got. Papa Will. Thank you, Papa Will, for showing up, man. Yeah, I'm smoking, man. I just rolled up. What I will be doing is word. Okay, okay. I want to smoke. So on, my plan is to, for right now, since I'm working so much and shit, I want to go, I want to go live Saturday nights at 9. Uh, as soon as my audio cuts out, please say something, y'all, because this shit goes up and down sometimes. But I want to do Saturday at 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I want to do Tuesday 9 Pacific Standard Time, and then Thursday around this time. Kalani, welcome, Kalani. Y'all sub up to a One and Smoke, sub up to Kalani Management. Those are good dudes, man. Kalani's always positive. I like that. Riding Dirty, man. Welcome, Riding Dirty. I'm gonna drop this link in a minute because I'd rather just have a panel. Johnny Blaze. Yo, everybody sign up to Johnny Blaze. I already know you have, but still, for people hearing this on the playback, that man hit over 1K overnight. Good job, John. Good job, bro. It's only up from here, brother. But yeah, Saturdays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays for right now. I want to get to a point where I could go live every other day, or just make sure I'm posting something every other day. Let me just finish cooking for the kids, man. I have to rush to get all this shit together. I wanted to do it, record a video, but the motherfucking you got to do that shit like a day ahead of time and all this stupid stuff. Yeah, I'm smoking my own shit right now. I got some new ones coming up. I think I got Jupiter OG. Well, I got 6 of my own strains going right now, but I got some that y'all might have heard of. I got Purple Haze coming up, Jupiter OG, just really fire, and some Acapulco Gold. And these are all from good genetic companies, man. So I can't wait to see how they turn out. Real Chase Bank, salute, man. Thank you, man. Thank you for showing up. Abby, thank you for showing up, Abby. All right, the link is there, but let me get into the beginning of this. Still learning. Still learning this shit, man. Hey, thank you for that. We're going to keep your name discreet. We'll just play this little drop. Who is this? What we gonna find out? Oh, Papa Will. What's good, man? All right, Papa Will, I'm gonna let you up. Just let me get through this little spill. I want to get through the spill first. I ain't even write it. I ain't get a chance to write it, but I'm trying to find this thing. All right. Here we All right. Who's more racist, whites, blacks, or others? First of all, I love everybody. I am an African American male, even though I don't like saying that. I'm just Black American. But this is the general idea of what I'm trying to say. I was raised in LA, and it was only Hispanics and blacks. I don't think I've seen any white person growing up. And then we had the Asian people at the markets and shit. So then I moved to the valley. Started seeing white people all over, the majority, right? Armenians, Asians, not too many blacks in the valley at the time. But we seen a lot of racism growing up. I was born in 81, so talking about like around the whole 90s, for sure. But around 97, 98, or 96, very racist out here. We seen it all. And as far as racism go, I just think it's some bullshit in the first place. It's dumb as fuck. From the way I'm looking at it now, it's just people look foreign to other people, and the fear just sparks something in them. And the thing is, people talk about, oh, I just want my race around. I just want this city or this state or this country to be just my race. And you already know they're gonna end up fighting with each other in a day or two. Then it's gonna be like, oh, well, you live on that side. We don't like people on that side. So from racism, it'll just turn into something else. It's just divisions and borders that we build. Our house is a border. Our apartment is a border. And we don't let nobody through that shit. And then a lot of us have parents that came from parents that came from parents that were racist. And they passed that shit down. And it's hard to fucking kick something like that. Another thing, I don't like when black people talk that shit. Well, I can't be racist, I'm black. Come on now. That don't mean you have to be racist just because you experience it. I know it's hard to overcome. These are part of the things we were put here to do. discern, to know who we are, to know that we're more than just a color. And just thinking about it, like you should be amazed when you see a person that looks different than you. Like, damn, what is all of this about? We all don't look the same. You should want to know more about them. This goes for everybody. Man, please tell me my mic ain't going out. Alright, good. So, I know in the South, there's a lot of blacks that are racist. You know, and it is what it is. I mean, stand firm on what you believe, but it's laughable. Racism is laughable. I see a lot of white racist people. They give you that look. You gotta be black to know this. And I do understand that it is a war on people of color all across the globe. People of color in this time, it's like we got a bullseye on our back, I know. But this is part of the things that you were put here to overcome and get through in a righteous way. In a righteous way. I just think it's stupid to be racist. Because when I see someone, I recognize the soul first. Before anything. With me, it's the namaste. My soul recognizes your soul. It's a soul greeting. People believe in what they see too much. Only what you can see is what you'll believe. You can't see gravity, but still it holds you down. People want it to be proven. Prove it to me. How can you prove you love someone? What, give them more shit? Say it over and over? All of this, I need proof, and all of this bullshit is what gets us fucked up. Because at the end of the day, it's your beliefs. Your beliefs form your reality. So, that is the beginning of this. And is Papa Will, you still back there, brother? Alright. Anybody want to hit the link, go ahead. You know what I'm saying? Welcome everybody. Wait, let me, Papa Will, before I let you up, let me, say what's up. Toothless Tiger, thank you for coming in. Southside TV, thank you, my brother, man. Welcome. We got Real Chase Bank, Stro, Kalani Management. Please go follow Kalani Management. He's a positive guy. His channel is underrated, but as long as he sticks around, he's gonna see what he deserves in a great way. Carlo V, yeah. Abby, MG707. Everyone is racist, right? It is. It's the whole border idea. Defense mechanism kicking in one-on-one. It's fear. But we should be past this. Let them be racist. That's my thing. Let them look stupid. Because it looks stupid. It's so laughable, it's not funny. Brian Black, welcome. Oh, shout out to hold up. Everybody coming in.
Welcome.
Shout out to Deadly Alliance, man. Riding Dirty, thank you, brother. Exactly, Riding Dirty, exactly. Toothless Tiger, If you want to hit the link, if you ain't doing nothing, please. Mimi, what's up? Mr. Skinny. Oh, hold up. Gotta get Skinny a wrench. Oh, I already got my wrench. All right, who else don't have a wrench? Great show, Mr. Skinny. And we do need those motherfucking afternoon shows. All right. Sorry about that, Papa Will. What's good, man? Welcome. Thank you for showing up, brother. Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah. You got me in
man,
here
no,
now.
you good?
Uh-oh. Thanks for
Yeah.
inviting
No, man,
me.
no, exactly, man. I just had to get through the monologue, man. Usually they be YouTube be messing with my microphone.
Yeah,
But
I
yeah,
understand.
yeah,
I'm chill,
yeah.
man. I'm so glad that see, when I saw that link, I thought it was a share link, so I hit it to share it on my
Oh
social
shit.
media platforms. But then it brought me backstage with you. I said, "Oh, I got to get landed now. I gotta get my likes out. I gotta get the information out. People start liking this, share this. You know, hit that cash out button. Hey, salute to everybody." And
Hey
then
man,
catch my breath,
appreciate
and now you
everybody.
got me on front stage, man. What can I say? How y'all doing? Salute to everybody out there, man. We got I see a lot of familiar faces out here. You know, I don't get to be on here all the time, but man, I love it when
Yeah,
y'all let
man.
me in because, boy, I'm just a wealth of information, especially in the social sector of our society. You
Yep.
know, because I'm one of those ancient age black men. I come from racial discrimination, segregation, and where white people would look at you if you was walking up the street and they walking up the street, they'd look at you like, nigga, when you gonna move off the sidewalk and let me by? And I was that kind of black person that, you know, looked back at you and like, dude, if y'all don't slim up so we can all get by here, you're gonna have a problem with me, sir. Now you could call
Yeah.
me a racist if that was being racist, but what I
Where you
learned,
from, Papa Will?
huh?
Sorry, but where you from? Where did you
Oh,
grow up again?
I was born and raised in St. Louis, Missouri.
Mm, okay.
Yeah, in that part where slavery was illegal, but they sold black people on the steps of the fucking courthouse. I never can understand that. Okay, Missouri is supposed to be a free state, but you can bring black people here, whether they were stolen from the motherland or if they were kidnapped from being native African to this goddamn continent, that they could sell you. And that was way before my time. But man, when I read that, I was like, how y'all just gonna say, okay, no slavery, but you can bring your slaves here and sell it? Man, y'all better be glad I wasn't old enough because I'd have been in there kidnapping people, man. They would have never heard about no Rosa Parks or anybody else that Marriott Tubman. Nobody. They'd have all been saying, we're liars, we're liars, we're liars. And then they'd have found me and hung my black ass, man, or hung my daddy first, you know, until they could find me. Because I'd have been so animate about being objective to the scene. So I'm gonna say some things, get help you with your
Uh,
platform, and then I'm gonna shut up.
no,
Okay.
all right, Papa. Just let me say what's up to Vince Tiger. Thank you. All right, go ahead, Papa.
Okay.
Will.
First of all, like your topic says, who's more racist? Black people, you know, cannot be racist, and
Why
I'll
you
tell you
say that?
because racism was written into law in this country, discriminating against Native Africans and freed slaves. Black people in this country have never risen to the point where we were when we first let the British white indigent servants go. We have never regained our position here in this country where we could write into law that would discriminate against any ethnic group, first of all. Because in order to be racially formatted, you have to have some Crips or some Bloods or some East Siders or some West Siders, and we is gonna go to that white neighborhood and we're gonna hang us some white people. Why? Because we don't want them white people rising up. We got to keep them down. That's why we got laws against white people walking down the same street we walk down without getting off of it to let us buy. That's why when the white person wants to come into a black store, he can't, because this black neighborhood has laws against white people being able to participate fully as us black people. Y'all are not
All right, so
equal. See what I'm saying?
all right, Papa Will, let
Can
me
I
say.
add to that, Papa?
So, well, yeah.
Yeah,
Just,
go
just
ahead.
give me a second.
I'm
Let
gonna be
me.
quiet.
First of all, did this? No. Go ahead. This is why in the beginning I do my monologue and let y'all know where I'm at with things, because I'm not gonna be up here telling you how to feel, telling TT how to feel. That's not how I'm gonna do my thing. You know what I'm saying? Because we're all gonna learn from each other, and that's how it is.
Yeah.
So, what I want to know though, if that person wasn't black, I mean, wasn't white, if it was just somebody in your way on that street, would you still feel the same way?
I don't think you heard
No.
what he said.
No. I'm talking about the situation where the people wouldn't let them buy.
I understand that, but you didn't hear what he said before he said the people
No,
wouldn't let him buy.
no,
He
no.
said it
I'm
was
talking about
laws.
that. No, I
Okay.
know. I'm not talking about
Let,
no
let me
laws. I'm not talking about
let
none
me
of that.
say
I'm
that.
talking
Let
about
me say
human. I'm talking about human to human
You're just
contact.
talking about human kindness.
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm
But
just
we
gonna
do
start
that
talking about
anyway.
it based. No, but that's what I'm asking him. Would you would
Yeah,
still
let me
feel that
say that.
same way, right?
Let me say
Oh,
that.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
No, I would not I would not walk down the street and look at another black person like it is illegal for you to not get out my way when I'm walking down the street. No.
And would you do that to a white person?
No. Mm-mm.
Okay. All right. Go ahead, TT or Will.
Okay, let me just interject a little bit right quick. And nobody is by no means when I speak, I'm not trying to tell anybody how to feel. Our biggest problem is, and I see the divine in you too, but our biggest problem as a people is everything that we know or knew about ourselves was taken from us.
Yep.
And we traded places. We didn't trade the place. We're right now today under colonization. We are government issued. So if you don't deal from a real place, then everything you're talking about is going to be a feeling, where feeling has no room when you live in a place where laws control everything. I did not realize that. And you were born, sound like I heard you say in 81.
Yes.
So you were born the same year as my son. So I can understand you learning and feeling and thinking and knowing things. I understand all of that. But this stuff that we've dealt with since 1492 and above. See, because what we first have to realize, black, white are legal statuses. They're not people. Those are crayons. They gave
Exactly.
us that paradigm so that we can be at odds with each other, because the only way a few can rule many is to divide and conquer. We see that going on in the YouTube beef. So just look at it as a people. We cannot be racist because, number one, when you use the word racist, what is the base word? Race. To race is to run. Okay,
right,
and one is going to win and one is going to lose.
Just let me clear this up real quick.
Mm-hmm.
When I mean racist, I mean not liking somebody for their ethnicity, their background, things like that. That's all I
Okay,
mean.
so then you're using the wrong word, and that's where we mess up too as a
Well,
people.
but the majority of people know this word as racist and racism.
No.
I don't want to argue the word.
Yeah, listen to what
because
I'm
I
saying
know
to you so it
the
can make
majority.
sense.
No, but I'm just saying the
You
majority
don't have
of
to agree
people
with me. I just want you to hear
understand
what I'm
racism.
saying. So it can make sense. I promise you it'll make sense if you let me say it. A
But
majority of the people know it as
but no,
privilege.
hold on, Titi, give me a second. That's why I start my monologue with how I believe. I want y'all to come up and say what y'all think. But
Do you ever
I
want
don't
to
want
know
to
anything? Let
argue.
me ask you that.
No, but I don't want to argue the word racist because the majority of people that's gonna watch this and listen to this knows that word as racism or racist. Like they're
But if
not
you
gonna
teach them the
be
truth, won't they
esoteric
know
like us.
different?
No. You could tell what you think the word racism is. I'm fine, but I use that because everybody knows that word as what it is. That's all.
Most people know prejudice, but this is what I'm trying to get you to understand. We live in a system for real, and I'm not trying to get you to do nothing. I'm just telling you the truth. Most of us live in belief. Life is not about belief. You got to know something. You don't just believe your name is A-Rod. You know that's your name. Or do you just believe that's your name?
It's all about belief for me. It's all about belief for me.
So then if you have all about the belief and you're not willing to know nothing, then I, as being me, we couldn't have that conversation.
But who's right?
It ain't got nothing to do with right. And
I mean, but are you gonna read something to me from someone who wrote a book?
I'm not gonna read nothing. Everything that
that's
I'm
what I'm
talking to you
saying.
about, I know.
That's what I'm saying. I don't deal with books. I don't deal with that type of knowledge. I deal with a knowing.
But whatever knowledge you
That's
deal
why
with,
I started my monologue the way I started it.
Okay,
that's why I started it that way. Your beliefs are your beliefs, TT.
I'm not
Papa
talking
Will's
about
is
a
his.
belief.
Flip
But I'm
Flom
not
is
talking
his.
about a belief.
But to me, beliefs shapes your reality.
But I'm not talking about a belief.
That's simple as that.
I'm talking about a fact.
And I understand the topic is like this. I understand that, but I mean,
okay.
All you have to do is tell me.
I'm gonna bow out gracefully. I got you. Because I can't talk and all you talking is belief, and I'm telling you facts. I don't have to believe.
You're telling me there's a billion books out there.
Yeah, but I don't have to believe I'm here. I know I'm here. I know I'm talking.
And I'm not saying no one does. I'm not saying no one doesn't have the right to stand up for their.
And we're not talking about right. I'm talking about what
or laws. So you're gonna tell me laws? Okay.
I don't like the laws because whether you like it or
I don't
not,
deal
that's
with
what
the
they
laws.
run this world on.
I just want to know what you believe. I'm not gonna make you.
I'm telling you what I know, but you won't let me because you keep talking about belief.
No, go ahead. But what I'm saying is, I'm not
let me finish the sentence. I'm telling you.
No, hold on, Titi. Just give me a second. Just give me a second. This is the problem we have. We always want someone to, hey, this is it. You hear me? This is it. No, it's not.
No, I didn't say that. You didn't let me finish
I know,
nothing.
but a lot of us have that. Now, I just want you to say what you believe about all of this.
But I'm telling you what I know. It's not what I believe. It's what I know.
But you can't come in. You can't come in. That's not right to come in and say, about these words I'm using. I could have used prejudice. Okay, but everybody know this topic. They didn't come in and say, hey, I know, but
you don't believe in definitions of words?
No, I do, but TT, they didn't come in here and say, "Oh, you got this word wrong." I just don't want to argue the word.
But you didn't even let me finish, though.
All right, no, go ahead, TT.
Yeah, you never let me finish because what I was going
to give but I knew this topic would be like this. I knew
if you knew the definition of the two words, you'll know why I said that. I wasn't accusing you of being a wrong person. I'm telling you, it's the words that you use that make people treat you the way they treat you. Because they know you don't know when you use this word instead of that word. Who are the people? The one who runs the system. I'm not trying to be difficult with you, but that's why I have my platform and I do my talking like this online. Because I'm not trying to change nothing for you.
The word doesn't even mean nothing.
The definitions of the
feeling. The feeling of how that person reacts to you. The feeling of how the person
definition of the words, but you never let me ever get the definitions out.
I know, but it's the feeling of how that person reacts to you. The words, we can argue that all day. The person from another color looking at you or treating you a certain way that isn't humane or, is downing you just because of the way you look. Okay, we could do it like that. I could break it down like that. But that feeling is what I'm talking about.
I understand what you're talking about, but you're not hearing what I'm saying. And the only thing that I was trying to say to you is if you go with the word racist, the word racist means that you have the power to affect my life. See, I cannot like you forever, but I can't affect your life. But if I'm in a position where I can keep you from getting a job, if I can keep you from going to the hospital, if I can keep you from drinking water, that's racist. But a person that just don't like you because you look a certain way, or you believe a certain way, or you think a certain way, or you feel a certain way. That is prejudice. And we all have prejudices. But we don't have the ability to be racist. We can't close down the banks.
Wait, blacks, PT, blacks,
Blacks, whites, Hispanics. It don't matter who you are if you're not the people that run this system. And they have blacks in the system that run it. So race is not anything to do with a color. That's what they gave us to keep us separated. Black is a legal status, and it's dead in the eyes of the law. You don't have to take my word for it. You don't have to read the book.
No, TT.
But it's on the
I
books.
believe your knowledge, TT. I believe your knowledge. It's just that word that I'm using. The majority of people that's gonna see that is gonna link it to what I'm saying or thinking, or just how I'm putting it at. I understand, and that's a good thing. I see the chat, and I hear what you're saying, so people can look into what you guys are saying about the word and everything. This is why we're doing this, and this is exactly what I wanted.
Okay, and then it matters also where you come from. So the majority of the people may not resonate with that, because the majority of the people ain't gonna resonate with racist being what you think it is. Some on the East Coast ain't gonna think that. It's according to where you. But if you learn, all I was trying to tell you, if you learn the words for real, then you'll know how to deal with the system, because everybody that sold us out don't look like no white person. They look like us. That's why they got a saying, all skin folk ain't kinfolk.
Facts.
They may say they for you, but they not for you. You know why? Because they want to live in the powerful position too. It's power.
Class.
That's what it's about.
It's
So
always
they,
power.
but they gave the masses race so that we could be we'll have a reason to hate each other. I could look at you and say, "Ooh, you blacker than me. Ooh, you lighter than me. Ooh, your eyes this color. Ooh, your hair that." That keeps us divided. But it's laws, is what Papa Will was saying. It is laws in place. See, we got laws, and then we have laws for the people that are indigenous, organic to this land, which is us. And then they gave us a name, not our name. They gave us any name they wanted us to have, but it's only one race. Then you got to think about the other people that are here. And most of us don't believe that and don't even want to have that conversation, because we've been taught only one way from the garden. So when you start researching and looking, and that's why you so tied to belief in nature, because you're in tune with yourself and whatever the force is that gives you the divinity. I am too. No, I just don't call it nothing in particular. That's why I
TT,
say
when I
that.
be watching you, you be esoteric like a mud. You be esoteric, you be metaphysical, but you say you're not really into the metaphysics,
I just know
but
it's real.
you be dropping gems.
Yeah,
And
see, because
I
I
know
know
what
it's
you're talking
real.
about.
I just don't know
And
how to
that,
explain it.
that's
You
why I
know, I'm
watch
not
you.
there.
That's why I watch you.
Yeah,
And
you
that's why I
cold-blooded
watch
too.
you know what I'm
That's why I
saying?
don't want to. You see, I'm dramatic, you know,
No,
and my
no,
voice
no.
does change.
This is how it's supposed to be.
Okay, I just wanted you to know. I don't mean disrespect. I
Nah,
love you
hey,
dearly.
nah, don't even.
You've been
This is
rooting for
great.
me since day one,
This
but
is this is this is how you argue without cussing people out. This is how
yeah,
it
I just
goes.
get, I'm just a drama queen, and I since I learned so much, and you be wanting people to get it, but they don't even want to hear it. Most people don't want to hear it because you done took the element of religion out. They don't understand the true study of religion is how our bodies coincide with nature. It has
Yeah,
nothing to do with this bullshit they taught us. That's to
yeah.
keep us subservient. But it wasn't bad because it taught us to be, maybe the best of ourselves we could be. But it also kept us in servitude and kept our head down and kept us out of our creativity. Most of us have so much creativity in us, we don't know
hmm
what to do with it because they got us working 12 and 14 hours a day on a
hmm
job. You understand? So I
Yeah.
wasn't trying to, be disrespectful or nothing, but I just
PT,
want you to get, if
nah.
you got those
It takes a
perspectives
lot.
on the words.
Nah, PT, it takes a lot to feel disrespected. We all have our own views and how we grew up and how we look at things. So it's as simple as that. Well, let me
Yeah.
see. A flip, man. Sorry about that. How you doing?
I'm doing
And
good, man. How's
Jataro,
everybody?
welcome. Yeah, man. Flip, you got anything to add on it?
Well, I mean, Toothless Tiger pretty much said a lot, so
Yeah,
I don't,
yeah.
Thank you,
I don't
Flip.
know what else to say. But I just wanted to come up here and just salute you, brother. Like I wanted to catch one of your lives and give you some recognition and just support your channel.
Thanks, Flip, man. Thanks, man. Thanks a lot, man.
Yeah, I'm
But
just
yeah,
gonna go
man, I
back
knew
and
this
listen
topic,
now.
man. Hey, I knew the topic would be tense, bro. I knew it. I knew it would be tense. But shit, I'm glad y'all here. I'm glad we talking. I'm glad good people is here. Southern Gotti's here. Toothless Tiger's here. And Jatoro's here. Papa Will's here. And shit. And let me tell y'all one thing. My mom and my stepdad, they all feel like y'all. I'm quite sure she in there saying, "Yeah, you right, Toothless Tiger. Shit." Yeah, I already know. So but that's who I am, man. I stand
It's
on
beautiful.
what I am, and I love all you. And yeah, I want to keep doing this type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? This is great. This is great. Simple as that. All right,
It's
Flip. Yeah,
beautiful.
man. Jatoro, what's up, man?
What it do? What it do? Salute everyone.
Hey, Totoro.
How y'all doing today?
That's our metaphysicist.
Yeah. I've been learning from Jatoro too.
Yeah, he deep as hell. And I'm not mad because we all have gifts. And you tied into the source. And,
Nah, I'm gonna be honest. Sometimes when you overthink, it's considered mental masturbation. I am a victim of that. I'm not gonna lie. So.
Okay, what's wrong with the phone? I can't hear you.
Hey, Jatoro, you got a little message.
Targeting almost there.
You hear me now?
Thanks. Now.
You hear me now?
You in the yeah, you gone, bro.
Let me come back up. Hold on.
Well, your
Yeah, I
TT
love it.
or Papa, like I would like both of y'all to just I don't know, tell me some more about.
Well, I'll take. If we're back to the top of the rotation,
Yeah.
I'll share some more information with you.
Okay.
I listen to what you understand, and Toothless, she's almost as old as I am, and I'm 67 years old. Okay, there's some shit that has happened in this country that my son, born in 1979, has no idea about. Okay, me personally, I was raised in the Black Liberation Army to do what? Kill racist white people. Okay? Now, when it came down to the white man who we done found out is half black and he called himself being the head of the FBI, putting guns in Southern California and got black people divided. You got this street over here and we're Crips. You got this street over here, we're Bloods. And that ain't the doctrine. The doctrine said we're Crip blood for life. That means any white person come into our neighborhood that's gonna run any of us, he better bring his whole white goddamn community, because we're killing all of y'all. Ain't nobody getting out. Police, y'all too. That's the way I was raised, because I was born into racial discrimination. Let me just throw that word in there, add it to your race word.
I'm gonna write all these words down. Y'all give it
Jim Crow.
Jim Crow. And let me give you another one. In 1929, for economic reasons, a white man threw the word race into the game to to segregate what was already in the white man's constitution. Do you know that in the white man's original constitution that was taken from the indigenous black people that ran this country, that you as a Southerner were determined to be only 3/5 human? That meant economically and voting rights, it took 5 black people to equal 1 white vote. You know why? Because there were so many slave people, black, in the South, that if you was to equal it up, the South would always win in any political battle, because when you did a census, they thought there would be more black people. That's how ignorant they were. Most white people don't know that this is a black country. All the way down to the bottom tip of Brazil, the
Continent.
North Americas is a black country.
Continents.
Continent. This is a black
I
continent.
do believe that there were blacks here before slavery and all of that. I do believe
Dude,
there were indigenous
black
We-
people was here before the Chinese came over the land bridge and migrated
can't-
themselves
Can't
down
nobody
into-
tell me otherwise. Yeah,
Yeah, we
can't
was here
nobody-
before the Jesus story.
yeah.
Yeah,
Can't nobody
we was
tell
here
me
before
otherwise.
the Jesus story got started. But
Yeah,
anyway,
we was here before then.
just to say, because I heard what you said about books. I have a master's degree in business administration, occupational skills training, which means I have to be able to see where your mindset is from where you was brought up. These white people over here, because by the way, half my family is white. I'm part white, but I'm a black motherfucker. Let me tell you. But my grandfather was an Irish Moor. If you know anything about words
I know about the
applying to
Moors.
black
I
people.
know about the Moors.
Okay, so my grandfather was an Irish Moor. That meant that he was an indigenous black person that in his family had made it with the Vikings when they came back down out of the Ice Age. Those are our all same people. We're one person. But let me get back to what I said about racism. They created the word race, and black people use it and act like we own stock in the word nigger.
Yeah.
But we will say all this powerful ass black freedom shit, and then the next thing the word come out your mouth is race. Like, what race are you? And we went through this in the 60s. They took a poll. If you ask a black person what race is he gonna say he is? Black. And black
You
ain't
see,
no
the
goddamn.
thing is too, Papa Will. Like, we're not gonna make this an age thing, man. I'm not gonna make it an age thing. I'm just that time, man. They did a number on y'all, man.
They
And we
doing it
coming
on
out
you
of-
today, though.
No, I know they are doing it to some, but there's
They're
a
doing
lot
it to all of us.
But there's a lot that ain't putting up with it now. But what I'm
Yeah.
saying is, back then, the way everything was and how low consciousness was on this planet back then, there was a lot of that shit. And
But-
it was a lot of just hectic, and it was a lot of barbarianism. There was a lot of bullshit. It still is now, but there's a lot of people waking up to it now, to where it's like they're trying to shed all that shit and they're trying to enjoy something here.
But
without-
they're trying to make up their own way.
No,
See,
I
it's
know,
nothing
but
new
see,
under the
we're-
sun.
We're being controlled by it's a class thing, and it's this class trying to control us,
But
and all type of shit and all type of weird shit. I don't even know where
But-
it's from, but I know.
okay, do you know how far back AG go?
But I know, but see, but we're gonna have younger people saying like,
Do you know how
You
far
know-
back IA go?
I'm just saying maybe the spectrum of age is like we gotta bridge it a little bit. But
Do you
go
know
ahead.
how far back IA go?
How far back?
Millions of years. And it was our knowledge. See, if we can't even tell you the history, you can't do nothing with your future. Because you're going to repeat the history that you don't know.
So
Our
what are you
history
gonna
was
tell
stolen.
the young people that's getting influenced by?
What I
the
tell my
military?
young people is the same thing I'm telling you. Didn't you see the interview with my son and I?
I didn't see that one, TT. I didn't see
Okay, well, you might need to go look at it and see what I told him. He was born in 1981.
So,
April
so
9th,
are you
1981.
are you saying the eldest? Are you saying the eldest is the wiser, or the eldest is the one to look at?
Yeah.
Yeah, the elders are the elders. They lived some things. That don't mean we know everything.
No, I know, but
Right.
is that
Yeah,
where this
but
is
you
going?
have to. Who brought
Yeah.
you in the world? An elder brought you in the world. You didn't bring you here. That's how you learn.
I hear
The
you.
parents'
We can
job is
learn
to
a lot.
teach.
We can learn a lot from the young people too, though. TT.
No, you do learn a lot from young people, but it ain't nothing you
You
can
do.
tell me if you ain't lived nothing. If you didn't
Yeah,
live what
no,
he
but see,
lived,
but
you couldn't
that's
tell me
where-
about the Liberation Army.
That's where I'm gonna have to put my foot down right there.
Because you would tell me about what you heard. He's telling you about his experience of life.
Yeah,
I
no,
can
but
I can
TT,
tell you about,
that is
you know,
not a lot of people's experience of life now.
but you know how people say ma'am and sir and they think that's really respect. that's not really
So,
respect.
yeah, I know how you feel about ma'am. That's why I'm not gonna
And
tell you.
sir,
Okay, you keep it.
and sir, that's not respect. Cause see, grown Asiatic men and women had to say ma'am and sir to 5-year-old European children.
Yep.
So that's not respect.
Yep.
Cause that's wrong. Why come the children didn't have to say ma'am and sir to my mama?
We do have to watch out for words, TT. I understand that, but see, that's so esoteric to watch out for words. Man, these people ain't thinking about
No,
watching out for words right now.
but see, that's how it's called spells.
Yeah, I
And you
know.
put
I
a
know
spell
this.
on yourself
I
because you
know,
don't know what you're saying.
but they can't even wake up every day with the type of drama they have in
We
their
have
life.
to.
You think
Yeah,
they're
you
gonna
have
focus
to.
on
I live in the
words?
ghetto. You have
I
to.
know, but do you think they're gonna focus on words?
I
The
think they
waste of
would
going
if
on,
they had somebody teaching them.
people,
If they had
people
somebody
parents are
telling them.
dying.
I
Yeah, but
do.
there's a lot going on,
It
and
is.
for
It's a
them to
lot
get
going on
asked,
where I live.
but I know, but for them to get that esoteric, it's gonna take them a while.
No, we got to
That's an
teach them.
overnight thing.
See,
I
we've
know, I
always
agree.
taught them what they
I
taught
agree
us.
because I feel that too. I feel that
Yeah.
too. But that's what I be doing on my Instagram. That's why I'm shadow banned, because I be doing shit like that. But what I'm saying is they
That's
ain't
right.
ready for that. We
Right and
gotta.
dirty.
I think we gotta get in baby steps. Let them
Okay,
focus on
but
the word.
that's why it's written. When I was a child, I spake as a child. That's why they gave us the word in anthropomorphic view. They gave it to us children. Say, if you just look at the word minority, I know you don't like this, but just let me get it out. In the law dictionary, minority means minor. It means a child. They treat us like children, and we act like children. It doesn't matter what we own, possess, sell, do, where we go. None of that matters, because the laws are in place to keep us a certain place. And we're not getting there nowhere until we all start loving one another, listening to one another, learning how they did. See, strategy is what win wars. It's not might, because we don't have the artillery to go up against the army, but we do. It's in our head. It's called intellect. We got it, but we got to start loving and respecting one another. We got to start coming together. And what is the ghetto? Why embrace it? The ghetto started in where? Italy. It didn't even start here. And if you listen, a lot of people don't like Dr. Umar, but he break it down to us how all of the gangs, they used to be the Italians, the Irish, they used to be those different people. But what they did is they made a compromise, and they gave the Italians what? They gave the Italians, they gave the Irish the police department, they gave the Italians the fire department, and then they gave another group, the Jews, that they call themselves the Jews. They're not Jews, but they call themselves that. They gave them the entertainment, and us who own everything, these people are living off of us, but we don't want to hear our truth.
T, can I interject one thing into what you're saying?
Sure.
The original niggers to this country after the Irish was the Italians, and the Italians were segregated against and only could live where they lived, and they didn't allow no Irish, no white people, because all the white people from Britain were all slaves, and the black people was the bosses. But they don't show you that on no TV. They never show you that in a movie. That when Britain sent over people for indentured servitude, which was basically slavery to the black slave owners in this country, they were called niggers, and that meant band of non-European birth. So I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So, wait. But what I want to say?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So what? So Titi, you was almost touching on it. What do we tell these young people coming up in the generation?
Well,
How do we teach them?
First, you got to tell them who they are, and all children. There is a rights to indigenous people. There is a rights to the youth. They all are entitled to be who they are. Barack Obama signed the rights to indigenous people, where you can call yourself who you are.
Yeah.
That happened. We need to teach them who we are. But see, we have scholars arguing on bloodline, but there's only one bloodline, and it comes from a Moabite woman.
Yeah.
Now, Moor is what they call themselves when they fail, but they've been called several names from 7 places. The Berbers, those people, Iberia, those people, all of those people are us. The Nagas, they're us. If you don't know where you come from, you can't know where you're going. We have civil rights, but the world experienced unalienable rights,
Yeah.
which is human rights.
Human
so
rights.
first, you got to let them know that they're human,
Human.
a man and a woman, a breathing being. Because in 1933 is when everything that you know and speak of started affecting us this way. In 1933, because Noble Drew Ali actually bankrupted this place when he started nationalizing people. They took our nationality at 1492 when we agreed to be Christians, but they still made us indentured servants, slaves. We're really prisoners of war.
Yeah.
But you have to teach
There
the
you
children.
go.
That's what I teach my children. All of this stuff, they're not gonna get it. Oh hell, I just started getting it, and I'm 3, and I just started getting it 9 years ago. But you can teach them just like when they're born. When they're born, they're put on milk. So you teach them the little things. You have a bloodline. You're not a color. You have a nationality. You are who you are. That's what you start out teaching them. Then you see, we don't even make our children read today. And I don't care how bad life is, we still got to have the kids to learn words. That's how they whoop them in school with words. And they say our kids can't read. They're on the 4th grade level where they're not exposed to the things they should be exposed to. You could get dictionaries and tell your kids to look up a word every day. And just like they used to have us doing with those scriptures, memorize, learn a word every day. Learn a word once a week. And then learn what words mean. We got to know the etymology of words. And that's something we don't know. They gave us words.
What is that dictionary you
now
talking about?
the one for law is, I use the 4th edition. And like I told you, if you send me an email, I'll send it to you. Henry Black's Campbell Dictionary. Now, if you want to know the origin of words, see, let me tell you something, why words are so very important. They be telling us about ancient words, but goddamn, they didn't start using that word until 1802. So how the hell is that ancient? Or they might have started in 12 BC. But they be telling ancient, it predates that. And where they got the ancient stuff from is in our pyramids when they seen those glyphs on the wall and they started interpreting them. But they got all of their knowledge from people that look like me and you. And they overthrew us. And
in
we've
this
been
country and in many others.
since. Because we have people like, the ones that we talk about, Jesse Jackson, Ben Crump today, Al Sharpton. They sold us out, and they just not the only ones.
Yeah.
They call the gatekeepers, and they call the people that run this the keepers of the North Gate. See, a lot of us don't know that church only means circle, 360 degrees. That's why everything is done on a Masonic order. Imhotep was the inventor of Masonry, but Masonry is only ma and son. We don't know that it just means mother and son. Mm-hmm. Everything goes back to the sun. What sun? The sun in the sky. When you start really learning real history from our history, they call mystery. And then they taught us his story. And if you break it down right, it's his Tory. And look up the word Tory. Tory is a thief. And they stole our identity and traded places with us. So everything we believe, it tells us. And then they got people, Jay Watson was talking about DNA. Don't ever take those DNA tests talking about they're going to tell you where you really from.
No,
that's
hell no.
bullshit. And what that DNA will do is it'll put you in Chicago when you were in Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
Crime scene, and it'll get your ass locked away for the rest of your life. One second, Pop. Let me just finish this and then you can go on. They don't understand that what this country stands for and that Constitution that he's talking about, the one that they did, it stands for human trafficking. That's what this whole country is about. But we don't want to deal with those real issues. And if people start listening to me, hell, I'll probably come up dead. But it's about human trafficking. They do it with the prison system. They're prisoners of war. They do it with our children coming up missing in the sex trade and all that. They don't want us to know the truth. So they give us these beautiful stories. And then we come up with our own because we think we're so spiritual. And spirit only means breath. Nothing more. But we don't know that. But see, we knew this stuff before they gave us what they gave us. And that was to separate us and change our knowledge and make it their knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
And then they put a spin on it. And then all we do is go by what they told us, and we make it be true. And we will argue them down.
We
About some shit they made up. Go ahead, Pop.
I was several points you just made, lady. Me and you, we need to have our own damn TV show and invite all these people, because you are enlightened, I am enlightened, and I don't have to lie to nobody about nothing that comes out of my mouth, because there ain't no advantage to it. But as Africans, that ain't even the word. African ain't even the damn word.
It's not.
That's some guy's name that had been his family. Look, the best way to change people's minds in one generation, kill off all the men, impregnate all the women, and enslave all the children. And in one generation, they won't know nothing you ain't telling them. And like you said earlier, it's the truth. This is an African. I can't help but say the word until I learn what the word really is for motherland. You know, it ain't African. Some dude named African got that name. Like Christopher Columbus. Remember, let me ask you this, 1981. Do you remember when they stopped talking about Christopher Columbus Day? You know, the lie was over that Christopher Columbus had discovered America.
Yeah, but I knew that was bullshit even when they told me that.
Mm-hmm. And he's had more too.
Just imagine how people like me and T felt when we knew the truth, and we was only like 9-10 years old, and they was shoving this bullshit down our goddamn foreheads.
I didn't know it then.
Yeah, that's why you guys are warriors.
We survived, dude. I can honestly say that if I say something, it's generally to spark an interest. So if I say a term, a year, a date, a word, or say, oh, you remember that thing that happened this way, and I can't quite remember the name of it, you ain't got to go to nobody's books no more. I did. I was a librarian. I read every fucking book they had on everything the white man ever did, and all references to anything it had to do with black people. I read those.
How do we get these kids
how we
out
change?
of the grasp?
Okay, this is how
do
we
we
change.
get these kids going in the future and get their parents to teach them a different way than what they're learning on CNN and these bullshit ass school courses regurgitating the same shit.
You start with your family. You start with your family. So somebody gotta take the initiative, and then somebody gotta know truth. But because y'all have to really comprehend, like Riding Dare to say, how do we keep teens from joining a gang? I don't have that answer, because children join the gang today for totally different reasons that they joined gangs for before. One of the things about joining a gang is what I did for my son to keep him from joining a gang. I orchestrated his education, and I shared that when we had our interview on Tuesday. He went to schools that looked like us. Yeah, he went to schools that looked like us, but when he got in the 7th grade, I had a whole different plan for him. They had this special school I knew nothing about. I went to get a movie video from this little movie store. It was, Asiatic owned. And when you hear me say Asiatic, I'm talking about the people that call themselves Negro, Blacks, and Colors.
Yeah.
It was Asiatic owned. And she was telling me about this school her grandchild was going to go to. And you had to apply for it, but there was an opening. And I asked her, could she tell me what I needed to do? And I did it and got my son in it. So I put him in a community where he did not have to walk back and forth to the bus stop to be jumped on for what he had on. And he didn't have to fight while he was at school all day. He went to school with the majority of the people were European, but they was from all over the city. So it had Asiatic children, Chinese children, Manchurian is what they're really called. Manchurian children. It had all kind of children. And I got him in that school, and his grades kept him where he was able to go to, where they have, I don't know what they call them out there in California, but they call them magnet schools here, where they have all of the
same thing, magnet schools.
Okay. Well, then he qualified to go to the magnet school. And again, he wasn't allowed to be in the hood where he could, become a target or want to target anybody else. And so we still have these schools and stuff like this today. But the biggest problem for us today are going to be the parents, because you can't do nothing with a child without their parent. And so if you don't get the parent, because I'm going to tell you, a kid will latch on to you, and especially with your cool, calm, collective way of talking, A-Rod, children love you, and I know that. But their parents, if they see them getting too close to you, they will keep them from you. Why? Because what parents know is children are innocent, and they'll just talk. And then they'll start telling them, don't you tell them what's going on in this house. So these kids today are having to be the parents. Most of their parents were what? Crack cocaine addicts, or their parents were, and they coming off of that. So it's really hard, to deal with a child if you can't deal with the parent. And one of the things we got to do is start showing each other common courtesy and respect again. Now, I just can say that. That don't mean everybody gonna do that, but you kind of, people don't even speak to you today. We used to speak to each other. We used to wave at each other. We didn't even know each other. Somebody rode down your street, you was outside, they was blowing a horn, you was waving and shit. They don't do that shit like that. We got to bring that back. And then we got to start forming groups. Like if you got 2 or 3 friends you be with, y'all give each other a subject and say, let's just, this probably ain't going to happen, but this is how it can start. Man, let's just read this. I'm going to get this Black's Law Dictionary. You get this Silent Weapons book. And then you get that etymology book. Let's write down 10 words. Let's see what it means in the regular dictionary, in the etymology dictionary, in the law dictionary. Let's read this book, Silent Weapons, and see what they're talking about. Once you're going to find something sooner or later that's going to pique your interest. I believe in the slogan of the Army. They have one that's called Be All That You Can Be in the Army, but they say be an army of one, working toward the same goal. Because, see, that way we won't have no leader, because the leader going to sell your ass out. What you have to do is you have to do it strategically, and you start little with who you love, because it does take a village. But sometimes you can't. The people you love ain't gonna listen to you. Shit, I done lost friends that really, literally quit talking to me. Some of my family members even. But I don't give a fuck, because I'm free. Now I can't change nothing for nobody, but I can change shit for me. And I do change shit for me, but that don't stop no. We keep thinking the
That's
police,
what it is too, TT. We have to change it for us individually. We have to change it for ourselves, and then, you know what I mean?
But we share it. We can't keep it to ourselves.
No. But it starts in the individual. The individual has to want it in some kind of way.
Yeah.
They have to,
we think the police are there to help us. That's not their job. The police job is to come once the crime is committed. So we call the police for everything, and then our damn loved one get killed, and then we talking about, whoa, they killed our loved one. They don't come there to resolve marital problems, or to resolve your child don't want to eat macaroni and cheese. But we and I'm just being facetious right now, but that's about how it is. Those guys are hired mercenaries, and the only thing they're really hired to protect is the state, the government, and what they call a country's interest. It's not for us. And there was a statement a minute ago about people doing crime, did nobody force them. But there's a whole lot of people locked up that they didn't even do a crime, but they served many years in the penitentiary.
Exactly. And a lot of them crimes that people did was just to make it through the day and get food.
Trying to live. Why? Because we got a system and laws
Mm-hmm.
in place to keep them from getting a job. That's what I was saying a minute ago about Dr. Umar.
Mm-hmm.
If you listen to how he broke down how they took all the factories and stuff out of Detroit and all those places, he gave you the years and the time period. Then they introduced us to crack cocaine. So that was a way for people to start making money, but they didn't realize they was killing off their whole goddamn neighborhood. They was just trying to make a living. When you start looking at how to, and then what they did with the music, our music, rap music, the one that they was talking about, Eminem is so great. See, I can't say that, and I won't say that because that's our culture and that was our music. But what they've done, they weaponized our music, and now we killing each other in a song. Come on in, just come on. I'm not on camera. Come on in. I mean, you can give it to me and give me some Kool-Aid. Yeah, but I'm saying they really are not. When we understand how these people did it, we used to have like, listen to Houdini, Big Daddy Kane. Them. They wasn't disrespecting women. They was loving on, women. They was, and then they weaponized it because they wanted to do the private prisons. And then all of the people in the entertainment industry started investing in the private prisons. We would be surprised of some of the shareholders of the private prisons. And then they started getting them to kill each other. That's why I was very concerned about these people running around here hollering Rico, Rico, Rico. They're using Rico to put these rappers in prison. They done made all these millions. They're going to either kill them or lock them up. And then guess what's going to happen to their estate? It's going to be just like the one they stole from us. And what we have to know is we are the heirs to the world's oldest and largest estate. Riding dirty, you trying to be funny.
No, hey, TT, it better be Tropical Punch.
But you know what? It kind of tastes like that, but the way my sister make up stuff, child, it be so damn good. I don't know what it is, but it has a tropical taste.
She be adding stuff in like lemons in there, but she put lemons in there.
She put lemonade, and then she used ginger ale. But it be so good. I'm talking about some real. I'm talking about down here in the South, we be talking about Kool-Aid.
Custom Kool-Aid.
And we say
custom
Polly
Kool-Aid. Okay.
So I mean, I'm saying we got so much against us, but we can start. And what Noble Drew Ali said is the way you change a people, you have to change their literature. So we need to start writing, those of us who can write, like y'all do these songs and these beats. Y'all be doing some hell of a shit for all of these people that can do that shit. Start writing.
Yeah, like Andre right here.
Yes, he cold-blooded. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Y'all sub up to Andre. Sub up to Toothless Tiger.
Shit, we could start doing the ABCs. The 1, 2, 3s. I mean, it's but we can do it ourselves. See, we keep waiting for something outside of us to save us. No, we got to save ourselves. And we're humane, so we're not against anybody. The system forces us to be against each other. But a lot of Europeans are waking up realizing that they too are now considered slaves. And they want to tell the truth now. Because their time is up. Their time is up.
Exactly.
And we need to take our place. And everybody don't want the truth. Everybody don't want to go. And so everybody's not going to get there with us. But if we start doing what we need to do and taking our rightful place in society, we can make a difference. Go ahead, Pop. I'm sorry.
I just always love, tuning, timing in wherever you get it. Y'all see, I'm busy over here in this chat. We're over here getting this word out, because I'm
hey, TT. Oh, wait, I'm sorry, Papa. Look at this comment.
Yeah, no, you can put my teaching the music. Yeah, you can put my teaching
do that
music.
though, TT.
I don't want to stop nobody from doing nothing. Maybe one day I'll be like these people, but I'm not one who seeks money. I want money. Y'all don't get me wrong. So whenever you come, I want your cash apps. Don't get me wrong. But I don't do it for money.
I thought she meant for you to like make a tape with some music over it.
Oh, I thought she wanted to do it. Hell no, I don't know how to do nothing like that.
Nah, that'd be dope though.
I wanted to answer this question because I've never been on your chat before, and you got and you got 10 people right now is watching, but 21 people. That means an extra 11 that rolled through, man. And as an influencer, what we've evolved to is it's the only way we can help each other is to work directly with each other. What it is we do best, and the thing about work the thing about work and money. See, amateurs get trained, professionals get paid. Because a professional will come in, I ain't saying a word to you about doing nothing with you that I don't know how to do. Because I get paid just come. If I go outside, I'm getting paid. You know,
That's
I'm
what my brother
retired.
say all the time, Pop.
It's like you said. I don't do shit to make money. I get paid from the government. That was my objective. That was my life goal, was to get to the point where the government would pay me money to still be alive because I outlived their bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
And so
You were in the service. You were in the service, Papa Will.
yes, I'm a certified trained combat infantry soldier, and I was in the Army in 1974 to 78 as a trained combat infantry soldier in the Army, stationed at Fort Ord,
Thank you for your
California.
service, man.
So he
And
can,
thank you
train,
for
he
your
can
service,
train
brother.
people.
Yeah,
Thank you for the service, man.
I have a master's degree.
Hey man, can you teach me some shit?
Well, that's what I'm trying to get to right now. Is
Like some
what I'm about
combat?
to say right now is because see, I don't talk. I tell people, fucking with me comes with an education. I'm not here to tell you no bullshit or feed you on about something I ain't into. Don't know. If I start out with anything less than questions, ask you a question, don't bullshit me, because as you can see, you ask me a question, I ain't got to sit here and bullshit you because I know what the truth is. The truth is exactly what happened the first time it happened. And what has to be done is people like me have to take all the generations of 5 to 10 years born after me and teach. We got to find each other that know how to do this shit. And we got the internet here. Y'all keep having these podcasts, man. Wait till everybody's having, 300 million people in their goddamn podcasts, and they walking around with a microphone upside their head, standing on a stage telling people how they made it. That's the dream, But first of all people, which ain't never gonna happen, So you got to get gear around it. They ain't never gonna stop killing each other. Humans are not gonna stop killing off each other. You know why? Because one, it's the easiest crime to get away with. These people that set up and do all this massive criminal shit, they are the opposite of a motherfucking serial killer. Serial killer killed 14 people, man. You don't even know what his first name is.
You don't know nothing about him.
You don't know nothing about dude. So that's how the underground has to work in our society. Now here comes the educational part, where I said that if I say something to you and you don't believe what I say, you ain't got to go find no book. Just type it in your browser. Have an open tab, while you sharing this show. Because, when I come outside and like this is work to me, but this is what I do. And I love the fact that, man, I'm getting to know somebody like you. So I'm going to shut up and let y'all talk again and come back because I done said too much again.
Okay.
I'm glad you came up.
Are your mind like mine? Because I ramble. I go all the way around. I might have to get with OD the Great and see about putting some of this to music. But I tell you, though, for real, I just, I really just, I love people so. And the reason I came to YouTube was to help uplift a fallen humanity. So humanity covers all people. Yeah. But our people, see, we got to learn too. We want to help everybody, but when it comes to helping, they help themselves. Nobody looks out for us.
That's the neighborhood. That's the neighborhood enclave.
But I'm sorry, Papa. Let me just say something real quick. But see, that's why people like you, TT, and Papa Will, that information that you're leaving out there, those jewels, they're going to be there when people start waking up, and then they're going to stumble on your stuff, and they're, you know what I mean? So keep that stuff out there like that, and people like Kalani, like I said, the way he's all chill and positive, one day people are just going to want to sit back and listen to that and take a break, you know what I mean? So that's
and
good
I wanted to answer that question too.
Those seeds there. All right, yeah, go ahead, Papa. Will,
I wanted to answer that question too a long time ago, but you see, I'm pretty polite. But at moments, man, I just burst out. But somebody asked me who I am, and do I have my own podcast? So that the Y2K show, Kalani Management. I'm Mr. Y2K in that. So although Seven does regular shows, I come along because see, we're beyond content creators. We've created content out of nothing and expressed it by being on TV, being on YouTube. We got over 100. Just if you want to find me, just put Will Elias in your browser. Just type Will Elias in your browser and press go, and you'll find everything I'm into. And you might be able to help me be in some of them things because I have so many things out there because I'm computer literate. That
how you spell your last name?
Lyas.
Lyas. Okay.
Yeah, and these are ways you can find me directly. Also by like Seven and I, we developed this years ago. We realized after we've been in the business for 5 years that you could actually Google us. So you can Google us Y2K ASS OCIATES Y2K Associates. We're 1 day older than the year 2000. We were born one day. We were born one day earlier. We was born. You remember that song with Prince? We're gonna party like it's 1999. I don't think that nigga even lived. Did he live that long? Did he live to 1999? Because I don't remember. He did, but he wasn't as cool. We was cooler because we showed up at that party. I went down to the state building, just to let you know what kind of person I am. I went down to the licensing bureau and bought the rights to be called Y2KAssociates.com on December 31st, 1999, because I believed that this world was going to keep going on and we was getting a free ticket to be on it.
That's cold-blooded.
We're on that free ticket, and everybody that we've worked with, that's the objective. What is it that you want to accomplish? Because we sure would like to work with you to help you get it done. As long as you don't spend a whole lot of time having meetings after meetings, to have meetings after meetings, to be telling me or Seven what to do. Because, we don't get on like that. We're not coerced. I don't even watch TV. I don't want the brainwashing to accidentally come across me, because as soon as I see brainwashing in any form, I'll find a social media platform like this and start alerting people to what you're being brainwashed on. And that's the first thing we need to be conscious of. Is
television.
Hey, Papa, well, let me put some respect on the cash apps real quick. Hold on.
I love that, A-Rod. I love that.
Is that the sound you get when somebody hits you with $1?
Yeah.
Because I saw my partner Kalani hit you. I was
trying
to.
I think
I ain't figured all that part out yet.
Yeah.
But praise,
man.
Fire, man.
Yeah, man. I see me. The thing is, being born in '81, man. My dad was so much older than me, and my dad did a lot of shit. Like back in Albany, he was like one of the head guys doing the fucking like civil rights type shit. Like he was big back then. I know all about that crazy shit.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just the young people, we need to bridge the gap and then let them look at y'all as wise too. You know what I mean? It's like people like me, I still hold on to the older folks like they're wise. But now the young kids is looking at us like, man, y'all don't know nothing. And then they looking at y'all like y'all don't know nothing. So it's even they looking at me like I don't know nothing. And I'm 40. So that's I'm like, shit.
In them stores, they call schools, man, they being sold on the idea that you still got to be part of the ignorant trail. You can't learn nothing. We ain't teaching you nothing in here in this fucking school. That is the truth. And you ain't got nobody to support you outside of here that will inform you of the truth. So tell your parents to step the fuck up. Get their heads out their ass the way. Integrity about themselves. Step the fuck up.
Tell your parents to get out the way. That's what they want the parents out the way, because they want the children.
Point them away from the bullshit. But how you gonna find the truth? The truth is undefined, like you said about the Mason symbols. It's about symbols, just like the text and the scripts. If you didn't know how to read the signs, how you gonna know how to act with the truth? So, still on what you asked me, The best thing we could do is get more people coming to more of these type of platform shows that we're doing
Yeah.
Okay.
to make us better.
Okay.
And bring in what like you say, you 40. My son is 43. But I'm talking to you today, and my son ain't called me back in 6 months and left his ass a message. You know what I'm saying? So some kid is so dope. Look, my
And you know what
daddy
he gonna
died.
say, Pops? He
Huh?
gonna say, I know you was all right, because
That's
Yeah,
what they
that's
keep
what I
telling
be
me.
doing.
everything was wrong.
Hey, my mom
Yeah.
don't like that, man. My mom don't
That's
like
what
that,
they keep
man.
telling
I
me,
don't
man.
be-
I was like, that's bullshit.
My mom don't like
Yeah,
that.
I don't either.
That's
y'all
a
do
fake
that.
out. That's a fake out. That's a child fake out. And it's weird. Y'all are saying that y'all recognize that peanut butter is eaten with a cracker and a knife, and that cereal comes with sugar and milk. How did that get passed on?
We were talking about the other day when my son was on there, his grandfather. His grandfather is a renowned artist throughout the world. And you can look him up, and he's in the Smithsonian. He was a prodigy. He taught himself how to paint. And he went to Morocco. He went to Africa.
Mm-hmm.
He won all of the elite awards. His resume is 19 pages long. He has art in all of the major Fortune 500 companies, but my son didn't get a penny of his estate. He was so black. He was so Muslim. He was so Moor. He was so dreaded out that he married a white woman younger than his son, and she's got the whole estate. But you can look up one of his paintings as we speak. His name is Charles Searles, and you'll see that they sell for right now today $500,000. He has all kind of masks, all kind of canes. He does metal all throughout the world, not just the United States. Some of our presidents even has his paintings, private paintings. So it's a lot of things that we could learn, that we could know. But what do we do? And how do we do it? Again, we start with our babies. But first, we got to get the knowledge for ourselves. And then we teach our babies, just like we tell them all this other bullshit they done told us to tell them. But when you know that they don't mean us right, and that's why you know that we can't be racist, they didn't teach us astrology, but they run this country on astrology. They didn't teach us astronomy. They didn't teach us cosmos. They didn't teach us cosmology, cosmogony. These are the things that they run this world on. They didn't teach us that we are the economics. See, we keep talking about the economics, and we keep talking about the deficit. We the fucking bonds, our Social Security, our birth certificates, our marriage license, or the stocks. Stock, livestock. That's us. And we're being traded all over the world. But people stop buying the bonds. And since they're stop buying the bonds, the systems are collapsing. And if we don't wake up and take our rightful place, we gonna be, they talking about somebody gonna come save you, your ass gonna be gone. So
don't be waiting for no savior.
You take away what you can use out of anything. You don't have to believe all of one something. You take what you can use out of whatever you hear, and then you make it make sense to you. See, what they gave us was a ghost that defies logic. Everything that they taught us is mysterious, and it's going to come in the sweet by and by. And once we die, if we believe, then we're going to rise again and live in a mansion in the sky. What the fuck we need with mansion if we ain't going to have nobody? If we going to be spirits, what do we need with streets paved with gold? We ain't got no motherfucking feet.
We don't need a storehouse.
We don't think. They taught us that as children, and then we keep it going.
You want to answer that question, TT?
Children.
Did you want to answer that question from Dr. Maggie? Or
what did he say? I'm sorry, I didn't read the question.
It's on the screen.
The theory that if Africa was under a Pan-Africanized rule, that what we're going through now wouldn't exist. I believe that's a lie, because Africa, I don't know if a lot of people know it, but when President Obama was in office, the reason he made office is not for the reasons that we all believe he made office. Number one, he's not what they consider a nigger, because his father is Kenyan. So he's not one of these black people like us. He's considered a Kenyan, so he has a nationality. Number two, he had a mother that was supposed to be a white lady, and their family goes back to, I want to say Hitler, but it goes back to some big general. But he was only put in office for two reasons. Henry Kissinger started in 1972 the homosexual agenda that they put into the black community so that we wouldn't recreate, because that's what they want us to not do, is to procreate. They don't want us having children. So Margaret Sanger came up with birth control, and they put it in our community, and then they gave us Planned Parenthood, which is the pills, and then abortions. Okay, so that's what we started doing. And then Barack Obama agenda was two things. One was to introduce the world to homosexuality and make it legal. And two, to go to Africa. It was 54 nations in Africa, and he got all but 2 to sign up for AFRICOM. And you can look up AFRICOM. You can look this shit up. But see, we don't know what to look up. And so when we hear shit, we go with the word that the CIA gave us. The CIA gave us the conspiracy, and they gave us the conspiracy theory. So when you start telling truth about our history, people say, that's a conspiracy theory. When you hear that, you shut down and you don't do nothing about it. They gave you that so you can do just that. You got to use your own brain. And if you get back into...
But those shits are coming out now. Now it's just right in our face. It's not.
Well, these people been doing it for 40 and 50 years, but wouldn't nobody listen.
And then now it's just in our face. It's not even a conspiracy.
Well, the systems are
right in front of your face. Yeah, they're doing it so it's imploding. They're doing it right in front of your face now. And you want to have cognitive dissonance. That's
the real chase. Look at the real chase. If you notice, Barack Obama just came up out of nowhere. Who comes out of nowhere and speak at a convention one year, and the goddamn president of the United States and look like us the next? I mean, the next 4 years. That doesn't happen.
They groomed a smooth black dude and had him fucking fool us.
But look.
It's different.
Don't go too far with that Obama.
Well, you can't take him out the picture because he gave us.
No, you can't.
He gave us what he could.
Hold on. The Dwight D. Eisenhower was just as black as Obama was, but nobody ever talks about what did he ever do for the black community.
Not a damn thing.
Not a damn thing. You know why? Because we've been trained not to see that man as a white man, as a black man.
As a black man,
was a white man, and they were sticking to that fucking story.
Sorry, Mike Hoover, you just said he was black too.
But all you got to do is who was your mama? Who was your mama, boy? Who was your mama? Oh, this black woman over here? Okay, then that makes you Africano or African or whatever we want to pronounce.
They called us all kind of shit.
But you know what I learned that they really called
Factatorial.
You know, sorry, the word they used officially that explains all of us was brunette. Now, we've been brainwashed to believe that brunette means a white woman's dark colored hair, but no, it means medium skin tone to dark, brunette. Yeah, I remember that word, brunette. I saw that shit on there in a whole bunch of history. I start typing up, okay, let me make sure they're telling me the truth, because the easiest thing to do is anything you hear that you don't understand or believe, research that shit. Hit that like button and go to your URL and type in Will Elias, and you'll know more about me than you can imagine. No, I'm just kidding. That was just a little commercial. But no, seriously, anything you see or hear anywhere, the best way to teach others is start the simple habit of your own. Is if you see something or hear something that you ain't sure about, hit that URL button and put that link in there and read everything that everything has to say, and research who said anything, and go to who that person is and who anybody that thinks anything about that person. Yeah, that's that FBI work, that Secret Service, information that, NSA kind of shit I'm telling you right there. And when y'all are ready for that, hey man, I'll be right over with the instruction books.
Thank you, Papa Will. And the thing is, like Toothless Tiger was saying, we got to get at the parents somehow. And the kids aren't listening to the parents, and the parents are in the twilight zone when it comes to the media and the school. So they don't want to listen either. It's like, how do you get to the parents?
Mm-hmm.
How do you get to the fucking parents?
Yeah.
It's hard, but most of you, most of us as a people, you know how we get together. We know how to have a fish fry, barbecue. Everybody like to smoke and drink, and you don't really want that as a part of it, but it takes what it takes to just get them in. And once you tell people something, and if they don't heard anything about something, or if they know anything, they're gonna get excited. You're gonna listen to them tell their little part, and then the next thing you know, what? You'll get them interested. And then, like I say, or just do it with your homeboys or with your cousins, with your brothers and sisters. And most of them ain't gonna want to hear shit. But let's say, y'all, let's just try this. Let's just try it. And if it don't work, shit, we ain't lost nothing. We just spent some time together. We have to use the witty ideas, but everybody is not gonna get it, and they're not gonna want it. But every chance you get to talk to a kid or whatever, leave them a nugget, something that they can go look up. And I just looked up that brunette in etymology dictionary. They started using it in the 1600s. And it's known as a dark-skinned woman.
Bro, did I tell y'all the truth?
Dark in complexion, having a brownish tone
You just
to
said that,
skin
Papa
and
Will.
hair.
You just said that.
Huh?
Yeah,
Did
you
I
just
tell
said
you
that.
They started using that in the 1600s, and then it says as a noun, a woman with dark hair and eyes and of a dark complexion. From 1710 is when they made it can't pronounce that word. And it also was used as a wool dyed cloth of superior quality, originally dark brown. So they've called us everything maroon, Cameroon.
Yeah,
They were so amazed with us, boy.
And we allowed them to call us weird, and we didn't have, how when Kanye said that slavery was a choice, and a lot of people got mad at him, but he's not lying, because every time we sign anything that's a contract, we're enslaved to the contract. And those are the things that I try to, share, but a lot of people don't want to hear this shit. And but I'm gonna tell you
that's right now. That's only
and you
right now.
encourage
That's
me, A-Rod. You always encourage me, and I thank you for the little things you tell me on IG. You always hit me up and say something beautiful to me, and I thank you for that. Because sometimes I just feel like, fuck it. But Chase, you're right about the Nagas, and that's what I was saying. A lot of people don't understand that nigger was, and you can look this up, troglodyte nigger. Look that up. That's a chimpanzee. And the European were troglodyte niggers because they had not evolution, but they did experiment like Dr. Frankenstein. They mixed the blood because, they were people that came out of caves, and the sun, that's why the sun bothers them. And they have a real bad odor because all of the hair, they shed the hair. Some of them come out hairy like a monkey, some of them don't. But it's so much to this history that if you start learning all of it, you would go back to sleep and you wouldn't want to know the truth. But most of us don't want to know the truth, no way, because we think we've arrived. Sis, he does say a lot of things that's not friendly, but he has one of his first. I liked him when I talked to him over here. I did. And but he did.
Sis ain't bad. Sis ain't bad.
He's not. But he did one I wish everybody would go look at. And what it was is he showed you how they studied us. They studied us in our spending habits. And it's called How to Take Money, I think, from a black person or something. But y'all need to see that because he got it off the internet, But the way he, put it together, it's like a little 20 minutes. I mean, it will open your eyes because what they learned is that we like quality, we like name brand, and we don't give a damn about the cost. And that's how we are today. What do you see the rappers and stuff when they get money? The athletes. They instead of them going and buying, and people say, buy land. Well, the land don't even belong to you when you buy it. If we look at our deeds to our houses and stuff,
you don't
they got
own shit,
tenants. They got tenants. So Dwight Eisenhower, the same one I think you talked about in 1933, made the deal with them out on Jekyll Island with the Federal Reserve, and they came up with the Federal Reserve notes and took away all the money, which is gold and silver. And notice how silver and gold is the true money, but none of us have any.
Facts.
You know, none of us have
Yeah.
any. And then they got us singing songs in church talking about silver and gold,
Mhm.
silver and gold. I'd rather have Jesus than silver
remember that
and
song.
gold. Okay,
Yeah, my mom
and
used
so
to take
what
me
they
to
give
church.
us,
I remember that.
they gave us Jesus. And now we don't have shit else. But as long as I got King Jesus, they say they don't need nobody else. I be damned, and our children are dying in the streets every day. And they killing us, you know, pulling us out the cars, shooting us in our homes. You know, so it's so much
It's
we
hectic
don't
out
know.
there.
And we so caught
But
up
it's
in our
also good
privilege.
out there. But we're
It
attracted
is
to
good.
drama. Yeah,
It
but
is
see, we're
good.
attracted to drama, and when they feed it to us, we latch onto it. But there is good out there too. But there is some hectic shit going on.
Dr. Magic say, I'll be damned. Uh-huh. But
You know, that is true about when in our show last week we were talking about
Hey,
what's
y'all go
corny.
ahead. I just got to take a quick break. Y'all go ahead real quick.
okay.
You know what's corny and what's corn when our economy was based on gold supplies, but they went and switched that, like you said, to debt. You know,
That Federal Reserve note don't
yeah,
mean
Federal
nothing.
Reserve note. All they have to do is press some buttons and put some numbers on your account, because sending you a check, that don't make no sense to them. It's like, man, here's a card. Here's a card. We're going to deposit credits as numbers to your name, your social security number, your place of birth. You know, every goddamn piece of information we secretly have on your social security, trying to collect theirs. And we're going to use that to our advantage. And we're going to sell all that disbelief and distruth. Because, you know, I honestly believe that racism isn't really a problem in our society no more, because economics has shown from its infancy that that's the whole reason for anything. But if you learn to live in your lane and you watch how things go, and you don't go investing yourself into none of it that'll get you strung up, hooked up, throwed up, or chopped up for the mistake you made. It's life.
I'm sorry. I was going to say, you know, it has to be something greater than all of us, because there is something that's keeping them from totally annihilating and destroying us. Now, you know, they would always keep a number of us to do their bidding or whatever they needed us to do. But I'm saying it is something in somebody that sits in these places that still that person has an iota of integrity or oneness, whatever the source is, that they don't totally wipe us out, because they're living off of our coffers. Everything they do, that's why they do what they do. And what they're doing now is, the reason I was asking you about the IA is because, or AI is, I think it is AI, is the artificial intelligence.
Yeah, that's the AI.
Because now, see, everything is going digital, so you still don't have money. Notice how they took cursive writing out of the school.
Yeah, I've heard that,
years
man.
ago, maybe a little longer, and that's because they don't need your signature. Because now all you got to do is get on these phones, on these computers, and push a button. So see, it's a method to their madness. And then they tell my, you know, people like us, Asiatics, the Bible is fulfilling itself. No, you can go read Rex 84. That's an executive order. You can go pull it up right now on your computer, and it'll tell you the plan that they're doing and how they're going to do it. They have to tell us the truth first, and then they sell us the lie. But none of us care about the truth. Most of us don't want the truth.
And see, the people that control everything, they don't want the, you know, let's just call it, you know, spades and hearts. You know, they don't want black people along with any motherfucking anybody else disturbing their boat, unless they're gonna get them click clacks out of it, you know. Click.
Exactly right.
Here's more credit, and it extends the amount of credit that exists that can't never be cashed in on. It can only keep growing.
If any,
Mhm.
excuse me, Papa Will.
Yeah.
If anybody want to hit the link and come up, man, y'all can. I don't want it to go too much longer, but if anybody want to say anything else, man, they can come up here and shit. But you know, with these two up here, they've been holding it down so good, man. I like this. It's really good. Go ahead, Papa Will. Continue.
Hey, I really appreciate you giving me this opportunity, man. This is great. I didn't even plan it. Can you imagine that? We've had an incredibly great show because of you, and we didn't have to go into no studio and rehearse this for 6 weeks before we could come out and have this show today, did we?
It's supposed to come straight from the top.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and that's what I love about this, you know, because I went to school for typing, man, in high school, and so I love speaking and spelling because you don't have to use cursive writing. But what if cursive writing had won out over print? You know, script writing, just like what if cassettes hadn't actually lost to CDs? Where would we be now? You know. So this right here, man, I can do this, and I'm sure y'all can tell, man. You know, I love to talk. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm going to every
tiger together.
Yeah, well, every Thursday I'm gonna do the Blunt Talks around 12, and Saturday night at 9 Pacific time, and Tuesday at 9 Pacific time, preferably after Skinny, you know. But I don't want to keep everybody up on the East Coast, so a lot of people that follow me or our followers on the East Coast. But
we have a lot of support from the East Coast.
Yeah, it's weird. It's not that much from the West.
Well, a lot of people from the East were taught a lot. They may not know it all, but they know a lot more about the history of this place they call a country, because the capital used to be Philadelphia, and it was called Philadelphus. And they voted in the Organic Act of Congress in 1871 to move it to Washington, D.C. And that's when they came up with, our new Constitution that we have now. So, and once you start really researching, and I see Jay Watson Entertainment was talking about the library, and you can go to the library right from your home. You can even go to the Library of Congress. All you have to do is go. If you don't want to join, if you have a question, or if you need to see some paperwork, or that you think that maybe somebody told you about and they probably making that shit up, but if you want to see if they did, if they didn't, then all you have to do is go online, ask the librarian for whatever you're looking for, and I guarantee you within 2 to 3 business days they'll send it to you. And you can join your local libraries, your law libraries. You can do all of that online. And then the new thing they came up with that shut us all down, and the reason they came up with that system that we don't understand is because a lot of their systems are crumbling. So the way that they had to let us think that these things are still in operation was to shut everything down. And now they letting everybody work at home and stuff. It's not by happenstance. That's planned. Everything they do, they plan 100 years ahead. If you vote, have you ever looked at one of the bonds that you're voting on? It's for 50 years out or 100 years out.
I think I voted one time, TT, and I think I voted for motherfucking Obama. I voted one time.
Okay, well, when you and we don't really need to be in the system, period, in my opinion, but that's just my opinion, because it's one bird, and one bird has 2 wings, a left and a right. We have enough. We are the 5th largest economy in the world. We as Asiatic people, if we started spending our money on us, for us, by us, through us. And we don't have to go and get no one little old state where they're going to bomb. They would have to bomb this whole motherfucker. Live where you live, but learn how to think community and collectively. We need to start doing our own gentrification and don't let them come in and outprice us in our homes where we can no longer live there because it's too high. If we started just learning truth, and that's what they don't like. Anytime you organize, see, they don't care about you doing all this other shit. It's when you get organized is when it becomes a problem. Even if you're organizing for the betterment of your children, they would call it RICO, racketeering, and then you're interfering and you're an organized
The
crime.
first time I ever heard of RICO was on Sons of Anarchy, and then I was like, "What the hell? How the hell do people? How can people over here even qualify?"
Well, you know, it came from Johnson. He was a boxer.
Mhm.
And, you know, he used to like the little European girls. And he used to flump them around in his convertible cars. And he fucked around and took one across state lines. And that's when they hit him. Do the research on it. It's, you know, these people throw it around here very loosely.
Yeah.
But it really is something. And the government don't lose because they really don't give a damn if there's truth in it. Because it doesn't have anything to do with the truth. They want bodies. That's what they want.
Bodies.
Jack Johnson. That's him, Dr.
Bodies.
Mad Guy.
Bodies.
That's him. Read up about Jack Johnson. And like I say, anything that I say, you know, because I don't get it all right, but I try to be right. Anything I say, look it up. Shit, Google me. You know how they say, you know how you used to could have a conversation with people, they kind of take you and y'all having a real conversation. Today, if you talk to people, before you can get a word out your mouth, they Googling to see what you're saying is true.
Yeah.
That's what you got to do.
And then
I'll be
they'll say,
Googling everything too. I'm a victim.
but then they'll say, we're not doing it just to see if you lying. Yes, you are. Most people are. They're not doing it because
But I
they
don't
really
care
want to
about.
know.
I see. I don't really care about proof though. But yeah, I'll be Googling shit.
I'm doing it right now for you. You know what I mean? But this platform, honey, is too small for.
But
Because
see,
I
most
tried to
people-
show y'all. I tried to show y'all what the NGR word originally in the Egyptian tombs means kings and queens, but it was too big for goddamn YouTube. I'm sorry. I couldn't even give you
that's
the
right
heading,
now.
you know.
That's right now. But y'all keep that information circling and just put them seeds there. People are gonna start coming to look for that shit. Cause like TT said, the shit is imploding. It's crumbling.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is.
And people have the right not to go with us if they don't want to, you know.
Yeah.
They have the right not to want to know the truth.
Yeah. And then, but there's enough out there to where they could land in a safe spot. You know what I mean? But these are just good, positive things and truthful things coming from different people that, you know, when you start waking up, you're gonna be looking for. And you'll land where you want to land. You'll take
Tell the truth.
pieces of people and shit like that, and you'll form something for yourself. You know?
So true.
But, yeah.
Also, thank you for the opportunity always. And I try to, you know, add to the story and not take away from, you know, like what I mean by that is not cause any dissension or anything. So
Yeah,
I'm just passionate and I just get to
we're
going
all
like I go.
passionate about this. You see how passionate Sis is about it. He'll start arguing. He start cussing
We had
you
a
out.
beautiful time. I thought we became best friends that night. Them videos he put out, I went and joined him, but I can't comment on that shit.
But that's
But
okay
he's
though.
good,
That's
though.
okay. That's okay.
Yeah, he's
as
good.
far as the stuff. Well, yeah, you know, Sis just likes to fight. I don't comment on that stuff either. But he's
Yeah, he's just a New Yorker.
he's bright. He's bright though.
Yeah,
He's
He's
definitely
good.
bright. Yeah.
He's got a lot of knowledge. I know that we can use, and he gets very passionate. But it's really something that we all can use, and we are all doing what we can do. And you're much needed, and I thank you. You're a breath of fresh air. You're just so smooth, and you know you can feel your zen through the computer. You know you don't easily get aroused, and that's a good thing. And that's what we got to teach our boys before we go. Anybody that have young boys, self-discipline is their best friend. Self-discipline, because that's how we are taken down, because everybody pretend they're so afraid of us. Isn't it funny that the school teachers You know, they used to all look like us, but now they're the little young European women. And when the kids are little bitty boys, they're afraid of them. But when they get to be teenagers in junior high and high school, now they want to screw them all. So they're not so afraid. So you have to teach them self-discipline because that's going to save their life.
Mm-hmm.
Facts.
Because McDonald's done gave the Asian women booties, and I think Burger King done had something to do with blowing up their breasts. So, you know, it's hard to say. You got Asian and white women and European women all trying to be blowed up like black women, but then on the other hand, you got black women wearing wigs trying to look like a white woman. So
that too, Papa Will. That too. I think people, because when I was growing up, it wasn't that many thick people out there, man. But like now, I just think it might be some kind of physical evolution we're going through.
It's what they're putting in the food and in the water.
Yeah. I can agree there too. But I
You
would
know
like
what
it.
law means,
I
right?
would like it. I would like it to be an evolution.
You know what law means, right?
What does it mean?
Law means land, air, and water. And they control it all. And they do what they want to do with what they control. But it belongs to the creator and us, the organic people of the land. And until we get in our rightful place, they're going to continue to do what they do. They're going to find cuter ways to do it. We're going to agree, and we're just going to keep acquiescing, and life is going to keep going, and everybody going to talk about how it could be. No, the way it starts, someone say, how do you show love? You show love through action. Love is not a feeling. It's an action. You take care of what you love. That don't interest you, you don't even spend no time with it.
You got to keep that action going, though, too.
Action. Right? And action could be just sitting alone. If you got a kid, and you just spend time.
Sometimes people show us that action, and out of nowhere, they cut it. And then at that point, the hindsight comes in like, was there love there? You know what I mean?
It was definitely love. But what you also have to look at is they gave you all that they had. And that's what we don't really want to believe about people, because we don't know their beginning and what happened with them. But if they gave you any time, that was it.
No, TT, man, I like that shit.
Yeah, it's real.
I like that shit. I like what you just said right there.
Yeah, it's real though.
But see, they don't. A lot of us, we don't take it like that. We're like, oh,
because we don't know. I didn't always take it like that either.
No,
see, you have to grow. That comes with
you got to grow.
Yeah, that comes to keep living. You know, that's what the old folks used to tell us here in the South.
But I know that too, though, TT, but I am 40. But I mean,
keep living.
I don't even think of age like that. I just think, because people say I don't look my age, but the thing is, I don't really acknowledge my age in the first fucking place, but that's something I know. It's just, how do we get into these people that seem to be trapped? But like you said, a lot of people ain't coming.
Yeah, they don't want it. A lot of people are really choosing to be ignorant.
Wait, TT, I gotta put some respect on Abby A.
Okay.
Thank you, Abby. Thank you so much.
I love that, A-Rod. I love that music. It sounds like Jodeci almost.
And that's my childhood friend. He did the first part of the beat. His name, he go by King Giuselini.
Y'all did that.
Yeah, he did that. And
I love the picture, and I love
the other part. The other part is Scarface, Dallas.
Okay, I love that.
I love Scarface though. That's one of my.
I do too. I love.
Are you from Texas?
Dallas, Texas, born and raised in Oak Cliff, the ghetto, right in the heart.
You still there too, right?
Right now, where I'm sitting.
Oh shit! Fair enough. Do you watch Charleston White?
I do.
You do? Yeah, I do too.
I like Charleston White. I don't know him, but I like him because I know of his history and the lawyer that he brags that helped him when he was a kid.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
That lawyer is my first cousin.
Yeah, you said that. I remember.
Yeah.
That.
And he was also a judge, and he was also a Supreme Court justice here in Texas. Yeah, he's retired now, but Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you know, I thank you, and it sounds like you're about to wind down.
Yeah, I'm about to
Well, you're
wind
always
down.
welcome to come visit. I haven't done any panels or anything like that. I don't know. I said I would, but I would like to do something with you. Like we
Okay.
had this conversation, because I talk better if I'm talking to somebody than just talking to the screen. But I
Yeah,
try to
me
give them
too.
all I have. Yeah, I try
Me
to
too,
give them all
TT.
I have.
But you still hold down your show. You have a nice show.
Thank
You
you.
hold it
Yeah, I
down.
appreciate that.
Yeah,
Go check
yeah.
out my son. We had a beautiful time
Oh, I'm
Tuesday.
gonna go see that one. I'm gonna go see that one.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
gonna go see
pretty
that
good. We're gonna be
one.
doing some stuff together. So
Uh, shout out your channel, Papa Will. You're with Kailani Management, right? You don't have your own channel, right?
That's right. That is our channel, man. We've had that channel for 17 years. We're
Oh
from
shit!
before internet. We're
Damn.
from AOL days, man, with the Y2K show. That's
Oh,
us.
with that dial up, with that dial up thing.
The woo the what?
Oh, I said like back in the days with the dial up internet.
Yep, with the dial-up, with AOL dial-up, you had to have a phone in your home to have internet. And we used to use our phones, our cell phones, when they first invented those, to send out text, man. One time we used up all the damn Wi-Fi in the neighborhood we was in just to promote a show we had coming up, man.
Well, you
You know how
got
the lights go out in your neighborhood or your apartment building or whatever, or on your street? Well, we did
mhm.
that to the internet one time, man. People were standing out in the street trying to figure out what happened to their damn internet because we'd have blowed it all up, promote one of our shows. So yeah, we was on TV in San Jose, California, for 3.5 years, known as the Y2K show,
oh,
because
real
we're
nice.
from the year 2000. We're from before.
Damn. So that's why you call it Y2K?
Yep,
Because it was from back then.
it's from before Y2K. We're from
Yeah.
before Y2K. You know,
Oh shit.
On
Man,
December
that's so dope.
31st, 1999, we went and bought the license to be called Y2K Associates. Then that birthed I Hustle. But then the TV show it created was the Y2K show. People get that fucked up in my email. They be going, they 2K. I said, that don't sound right to nobody. It's the Y2K show at
Yeah.
gmail.com if y'all want to get a hold of me, okay?
Okay, and Toothless Tiger, shout out your channel, please.
I'm Toothless Tiger and Toothless Tiger 3 on Instagram. I don't do much on Instagram, but I am Toothless Tiger, and I have Sunday on the couch with Toothless Tiger, and I pretty much do the show. And on Tuesday, I do interviews, and I interview different individuals and anybody who has anything that they're selling, or the music or spoken word or whatever. If you want the world to know about it, then I'll be more than happy to interview you. You just email me at toothlesstiger7@gmail.com. Thank you, A-Rod, for allowing me to do that.
TT, I'm at what's today? Thursday? Saturday night. I'm gonna have one too if you're still up at 9.
You know, I'm always up different times of day and night. So if I get that notice, you can believe. If you don't see me, that means I didn't see that notice. Because if I get it, I'm coming. You've been cheering for me before you ever even start coming to me. So yeah, I'm gonna be in the house.
Yeah. Keep leaving those seeds, and you're doing great.
Thank you.
You're gonna always do great. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for coming out. Y'all can drop down if y'all want.
Okay.
Say something. All right, man. Y'all have a good night.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Good night.
All right, Papa Will. Thank you. All right, everybody. Let me just give some shout outs real quick. Thick Cut, thank you for showing up. My boy Carlos Lopez, what's up, man? Thank you for coming through, man. Jatoro, man. Next time you got to get that phone fixed, man. I want to hear what you got to say. Abby A. Thank you so much, Abby. Seriously. Jay Watson Entertainment, you're welcome here whenever you want. Miss Maggie, thank you for showing up. Like always. Dr. Maggie, Kailani Management, my brother for sure. Real Chase Bank. Everybody who showed up tonight, Mr. Skinny showed up tonight, Southside TV showed up tonight. Man, this was great. I knew the topic was heavy. I was expecting that. But see, they think we
Where'd you
stupid,
pull that
though.
out of?
I got a lot long, brother.
Yeah, we ain't stupid at all. But like I said, I'll be doing some stuff Saturdays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays for right now. I really enjoyed this. I'm not gonna lie. So until next time, thank y'all for coming out. I'll see y'all later on somewhere else for sure. Salute everybody. I love y'all.